Today we're going to be cooking a creamy prawn pasta.
So if you're watching us live, we'd love to have a wave, a thumbs up, a comment, any questions, send them through and we will endeavour to answer them. So yes,
Today, creamy prawn pasta. So this is one of Bry's ideas of a midweek evening meal. I'd like to live with her.
Yeah, because I love creamy pasta,
Yeah.
especially with mushrooms, and I love prawns. So it's like combining all my favourite things.
That's fab.
Excellent. So we're going to cook some onions off first in the beautiful cast iron solid technique pan. And
Love it.
in we go.
Ooh. It's a really good idea to get your pan preheated, isn't it? Because then you can just swoosh
Sizzle.
it in. Swoosh it in. And
That's
we're going to put the pasta on at the same time, aren't we?
Yeah, so I'll crank up the water on that. I had it boiling, but just turned it down a little bit. And we want to cook our pasta in
Boiling water. Lots of salt.
Yep, you haven't put salt in?
No.
Just checking.
Beautiful. So I'm going to do the old J-O twist, but there is a reason for this.
Oh,
Because,
all over.
yeah, it's a low-calorie version. So if you if you
took
have
me-
a few that pop out of the thing,
It took
it's,
me a second to figure out what J-O, but it's
Oh,
Jamie
Jamie
Oliver
Oliver.
for those not in the know.
but I love it because as you can see, that pasta, if you twist it just before you put it in, twist it so that it spreads out, it will just like go into the pan like that by itself.
Yeah, but see, I'm concerned.
Okay, what are you concerned about?
About the fact that when the top bits, yeah, see now you've
Yeah.
folded it in anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm because you're concerned.
I'm concerned that the bottom bits are going to be more cooked than the top bits.
No, they'll go in. They will
Okay.
go in, I promise.
All right.
Anyway, you don't have to do that bit.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
so
putting the
that's
lid
cooking.
on. I'm just going to tell people about this because this is actually quite tricky.
Okay.
Because if you put the lid on, you want the pasta, you want the water to come up to the boil. So if you fiddle around like I've just done, then the pasta will come up to the boil in that time. You put the lid on, and then you don't want to have this pan on full steam ahead because otherwise what will happen is it will overflow. So I've got it on about number 4. That's boiling still. You don't have to have the lid on all the time, I suppose, but you need plenty of water.
Yes.
If you don't have plenty of water, you're going to stick together like this, you see. And so you need to stir it a couple of times. So I would say probably we'd be better off with a number sort of, yeah, if you can watch that, because I've got to go. I've got other jobs to do,
Yeah,
so I've got to go over there.
Yeah, so whereas I would have the lid off and have it up high.
Yes, and that's fine as long as you've got enough water in it. Because if you don't have
a
enough water in
big
it,
pot of
11
salt.
minutes time, your pasta's going to be poking out of the water because a load of water will have evaporated.
All right.
See? Got to think about it.
I'm also going to season at the start here because I like to season the onions at the start. Do a bit of salt.
And you want your garlic.
And I'm going to get garlic in momentarily. I'm just waiting for my onions to get translucent, bit of colour.
Important to
crush.
cook them well, isn't it? Because that's the
right.
base to the whole meal.
Yeah, and that's why I seasoned the onions as well at the start.
So if you're feeling super duper lazy, you won't get quite the same flavour with this, of course, but you can add chives to the end of this.
Instead of onions?
Instead of onions.
Oh, okay.
Good, yeah, good point. Instead of onions, if you don't want to chop the onion, if you've had a really sad day and you've come home and you thought, I just don't want to be crying anymore,
Crying over onions.
then just put some chives in at the end.
Okay.
So this is sort of whatever you like, but we sort of made it up, didn't we, with what we like?
Yeah. And, I mean, you can do it with chicken, and I would brown that off first and take that out and add it in later.
Yeah, because you definitely don't
chicken
want to
thigh, my favourite.
overcook that.
And actually, one of my favourite midweek pastas, it would be chicken and some form of pork product like bacon or chorizo or something like that.
Yes, it does go really nicely with
Pancetta,
that, doesn't it?
yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Especially that chorizo with that lovely colour that you get out of the when you cook that off.
And the oil.
And then cook the chicken in the oil.
Yeah, really nice.
And then cook the mushrooms in that oil. Okay, so
How are we
garlic's
going?
in.
Can you just have a look at the pasta?
I can look at the pasta. Yep,
There
it's
you go.
bubbling.
See, it's bubbling away. It's quite safe,
I'm just going to
really.
add a little bit of extra oil because it's looking a bit dry, and we're going to put the mushrooms in.
God, that smells good.
It does, and it's just onions and garlic. So can I have the mushrooms, please?
Oh, no wonder it smells so good. The
'Cause the
garlic's
garlic's
already
in,
in
you
there.
didn't
I'm
see
like,
that.
I know. I'm like, I can smell garlic, but
That's
I didn't
just
see you put it in. She's amazing, isn't she?
All right, so I'm actually going to get a little bit of heat in here to get some colour on the
I'm
mushrooms.
just going to slice this, I think.
As I've said before, mushrooms are my favourite thing. I'm quite partial to the field mushroom.
Yeah, we decided not to go really big in here
Yeah,
or
'cause it's
very
quite-
strong flavoured
It's quite
because of the
bold
prawns.
with the prawns.
Yes.
So definitely
we went
with
button
chicken,
mushrooms.
I'd go field
Yes.
or Swiss brown
Yes.
or a mixture.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's
Totally
the
in
most she's
agreeance.
agreed with me enough for some time.
Yes, yes, and yes. That
Yes,
was three
yes,
yeses
yes.
in a row.
All right. And okie dokes. Just frying off those onions.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Do you
Thanks.
want a bit more
Some more
salt,
salt?
or have you got
Sure.
salt on the
And I
mushrooms
haven't got
yet?
pepper, and we decided that we were quite happy to
Well,
have black pepper in this
Yes,
before,
I
weren't
do
we?
believe that because we've got the prawns are a little bit more punchy than like a white
Robust.
fish,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Flavour-wise, they're a bit more earthy, and mushrooms are earthy. So we decided that we would go with black pepper in this. White pepper will just give you a cleaner flavour. Black
Yeah,
pepper will
but-
give you a bit more earthiness.
That's right. And generally, when it is a white sauce, we would generally choose a white pepper, so it's sort of, you can see.
Well, if you think about what you put in in white
White sauce,
sauce,
it's a bit more
like
delicate.
cauliflower cheese, that's nice with white pepper, or cauliflower with a white sauce, leeks with a white sauce, white pepper's fab with leeks, fish, white sauce, fish pie, all of those sorts of things go in a fish sauce. You wouldn't put fish sauce. You wouldn't put steak in a white sauce, would you? Ew.
No, not in a
only if
white
it's
sauce.
a lasagna, but you wouldn't cook a steak and put white sauce on the top,
No,
would you? No.
I wouldn't. No.
No. Anyway, so it's just
But if
just
people wanted
interesting
to do
because
that, that's their
it is.
choice.
Oh, they can if they want to. It is. I suppose if you're thinking, no, I was going to say schnitzel, but you don't have white sauce on that. It's cheese and tomato. But absolutely, totally up to you what you like. But it's not a traditional thing, and we've always sort of joked around and saying, or the French say you've always got to put white pepper in a white sauce, and it depends what you're putting the white sauce with. But when you really do think about it, it actually does make a little bit of sense.
Okay.
Right.
So it's time to sizzle. So we've got some colour on those mushrooms. I was going to say, did you put a timer on for that?
No, but probably about.
You come in.
Just give that a stir around.
All right. So
Probably about
oh, here's that sizzle there.
the same time as the pasta sauce takes to cook.
Oh, really? Did
11
you check
minutes.
the box? Well, it depends what size the spaghetti is.
Okay, so what we're using today.
It's Barilla.
Whoa, Barilla. And this says perfection in 8 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it might be
Last
less.
one we had was 10 minutes, so it must have been a bigger
different
one.
size spaghetti.
I don't know that.
Okay, sizzling off the alcohol there, and then we're going to add some cream, and we want to reduce this a bit. So just cooking off the alcohol.
Got some lemon juice for a little bit later on as well.
Whipping cream. So I've got the heat up quite a bit because I want to get it to a simmer rather quickly. And getting all those lovely bits off the bottom. I was going to say bottom bits, which it is.
So funny when you're doing things, isn't it, really, that you sort of don't think about. So I said to Brian, I think we're going to need to use a larger pan when we were testing this recipe. I think we're going to need to use a larger pan in the video because we won't be able to get the spaghetti in the pan. And she went, why don't you put in the sauce? So she said, why don't you put the sauce in the spaghetti? I thought, fantastic. I've only been cooking since I was 16. Didn't think of that one. So funny.
Yeah. Or you got more space.
Yes. Very good
To toss
idea.
it.
And the pan's
That's right.
nice and hot with the spaghetti in and
That's
all that sort
right.
of stuff. Now, when you're cooking with a cream sauce,
Yes.
it's very, very easy to have the cream sauce at the wrong texture. So if you put that cream sauce now, that is like that, over cooked spaghetti,
Yes.
it's very runny and it would just run off.
Right.
But if you cook that spaghetti and you put the cream sauce in it and then 5 minutes go by before everyone comes to the table for it, that spaghetti will have soaked up the cream sauce, and then it'll be gluggy. So I love that Italian saying that pasta waits for no one. Everyone has to wait for the pasta, because pasta waits for no one. If it's said in Italian, it sounds absolutely glorious, of course, but obviously in English Australian, it doesn't sound quite so good. So basically, you've got to get your pasta needs to be drained in the sauce on the table.
That's
People
right.
sitting
And I
there.
like to just slightly undercook the pasta and complete it in the pasta sauce.
Because you certainly can do
then
that.
it's gonna soak up
Then it
more of
starts
that cream,
soaking it
so
up,
it's
and
gonna
you can
be
go
like
right,
quite creamy.
perfectly ready now onto the plate. Away we go.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All
So
right.
I've got a little bit of chili here. We're going
gonna
to
check
add
the
some spinach as well to this one, because we were thinking, weren't we? We were thinking nutrition as well as deliciousness.
Some greenery in
so
there.
we thought spinach, but you would
smells
chuck
awesome
some
already.
broccoli in there if you wanted to. What else would you put in there? See, I'd cook leeks in there instead of the onions first.
Yeah.
And then you've got a leaky sauce.
A leaky sauce. I
don't want a leaky
I generally
sauce, do
put
we, really?
anything that I've got. So
Anything that you've got. Okay.
definitely broccoli.
So
red,
I reckon we're
red
probably
capsicum.
close to
Yeah.
that now, because that's just
Zucchini.
slightly thicker. See how it's...
Thickened up a bit, nice. Yeah, so we're going to cook the
my finger was
prawns.
dirty.
Prawns in that
Not dirty,
sauce.
but it's had cream on
So
it.
we're going to add the spinach and the prawns.
Do you want to add the spinach first or the prawns first?
I'd like to add the prawns first.
Okay, there they are.
Thank you. So helpful. All right, so
Just in case you can see
we
them,
just
because sometimes I
frozen
don't
prawns
see
that
them.
we've defrosted.
Try and buy local if you can.
Yeah.
90% of the prawns, I believe, come in frozen anyway, don't they?
Oh,
Even
they
if
are.
they're,
Yeah, they're generally snap frozen on the boat.
boats. So
that's what I was saying to my
wherever
mum
they're
about
cooked.
for Christmas Day. She can get in early and pick up the prawns because
Yeah.
they're going to be frozen anyway.
That's a good tip for Christmas. Is pick up your prawns early, keep them frozen in
All
your
right,
freezer.
so that's why I wanted to
defrost-
get my prawns in first. Sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, I was concentrating on my dish. Prawns in first.
I
and
know what
covered.
it's like to. Yeah. Shush, cameraman.
Okay, spinach in, and then I can allow that to wilt.
That's funny, isn't it? See how she copes with this one.
With what one?
That spinach. She'll do brilliantly, I tell you. So I've got some parsley and some. Did you see? Did you catch the look?
Now, how's your
She's
spaghetti
got
going?
the look. I don't know.
I just took that bit out a little while.
Far more sensible. Do you
All right.
want tongs? Oh dear. Now sometimes you can keep a bit of the
Pasta sauce in
water
case you're-
as well.
You've
Straight
reduced
back
your
in.
sauce a bit much. It's sometimes
that's
handy
right.
to have.
That's right. And you know what will happen as well is as soon as you pour that sauce into here, the spinach will start wilting from the
Yeah, so
hot
do you want me to add
pasta.
that now?
Well, you can do.
And then I can put back on the heat
You
in
can
the big
do.
pan.
Can I just come in and have a little look at what's happening? Because
Sure.
if you use your now the spinach, see how that spinach has made the sauce and the prawns made the sauce a little bit
Watery.
prawns up from underneath with the tongs. All of a sudden it starts wilting. Right, it starts wilting. I thought I was by myself then, and I just
we're
stopped
just having a chat.
halfway through my sentence.
Okey-dokes.
Oh dear, I'm actually
Yeah,
getting
so
quite excited for
I think-
Christmas.
yeah.
Anyway, just saying.
Oh, okay.
Shall I taste that sauce? Because I think it's quite a good idea.
Before
To
we add it
taste
to
it.
the spaghetti.
Yeah, we certainly can. Okay,
More salt?
nice. More salt, but a bit more. It's got potential. Bit more salt. It's a little bit on the sweet side. We're going to add some lemon juice to.
Yeah. I was trying to go easy on it because
I know
you
you're.
what I'm like
it
with
was
Heather.
very good. Yes, Very, very
heavy-handed on the
good.
pepper. Especially with this. I'd love,
Now,
like
this
fresh
pasta
black
is
pepper.
now waiting for this, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's exactly what we were saying not to do for the...
So I'm going to pop this into here.
Oh my gosh, it does taste really nice. Like I've got that beautiful sort of aftertaste.
And I've got it still on the heat. I'm going to turn it off.
And if people want to know how much lemon juice I'm putting in, it's probably about 2 teaspoons
It's on
to
the
start
recipe.
off with. It is on the recipe, but it's probably about 2 teaspoons to start off with. And it just depends. Like the cameraman's not a lemony person, but I am.
Isn't he? Oh,
No,
okay.
lemony's not lemony snicket.
All
Don't
right,
know
and
if
we
that
want
name.
some of the spinach, not spinach, what's that?
Parsley.
And half the chilli through as well.
Because the parsley is really nice and fresh, so that hasn't been cooked, which is
Yeah,
really
beautiful
good.
heat through. If you don't want the sort of extra heat, you can take the seeds out.
Of the chili.
Of the
Yeah, I'm
chilli.
saying that the spinach is...
Oh, okay.
No, the parsley is not cooked.
Right, yes.
So, are you all right to come over here and do the pasta, or
Well, I don't know.
is it over to me?
I
or
think so.
Is it really?
Well,
We haven't got that far, have we?
bit of a
So,
twirl.
yeah, so you can twirl it on the plate. Oh, you twirl it before.
Oh, I don't know.
Mm.
Do we? Ooh.
Oops.
Well, I haven't got much of the other stuff. I think we'll get a
That's when you need your spoon.
Right. This is looking good. Smells amazing.
Try and buy local prawns. Did I say that already? I think
Yeah,
I
you
might
did.
have said. But just in case you've just joined us and you're watching us now, that's what they say on the radio, isn't it? Just in case you've just joined
yeah,
us, you've
that's
just
right.
missed us cooking
Yeah.
a beautiful prawn pasta dish. See how that sauce,
Yeah.
that sauce will thicken up in the pan.
Yeah,
with,
so I would pop the lid on that and let it sit for a few
yes.
minutes and thicken up, absorb all the yummy cream, and that'll be awesome. It's going to
Can
be
you
awesome
put a
anyway.
little bit more of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff on there just for the
Sure.
purpose of the
Photo.
photo. Beautiful, and very much look forward to enjoying that.
And of course, if
We-
you're a Parmesan lover,
Yeah, we were talking about. I was just about to say we were talking about parmesan before, weren't we? With the
I'm a Parmesan lover. I would put that in. I'd add that to the spaghetti in the pot so it like melts through and adds to it.
And you know what? No rules. No rules with
No
this.
rules?
If you like the flavour of that, you certainly can enjoy that with some parmesan. It's salty, basically.
Yes.
You know, if you like a bit more salt, you could actually fry the onions off with a little anchovy in there, and that'll give a lovely sort of base savouriness to the sauce as well. So I think we probably should sort of taste it.
Taste it? Awesome. Oh, thanks.
I'm just going to taste a little bit. It's very slippery at the moment still, isn't it? Let's
Yeah,
see,
that's
how
right.
much spaghetti can I get on my thing? I'm
I don't
leaning
know, that'd
over
be
as well.
interesting.
Okay, so I'm
Oh,
going to
I'm gonna
slurp.
slurp.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch you do it while I say, yeah, hope you enjoy this recipe and can cook. And your own sort of version of this, you know, anything, as we said, any vegetables, any sort
Peas.
of, peas. She loves, peas.
Well,
Like the
delish.
primavera we did as well.
Delish. That
recently.
chili's given it a little bit of a kick, as has the pepper, so leave that out if you don't want that, but that's beautiful. Very,
Excellent.
very gorgeous.
All right. Well, enjoy cooking that one at home this week, hopefully. If you've made any, if you want to make any comments as you watch the video this week, if you weren't able to watch us live, then we'd love to answer those for you next week.
Next week, I have Jan back in the kitchen
Yes,
with me.
I'm not here.
And Bryony's
I
not
won't
here.
see you till next year.
So you better say Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
See you in 2019.
And
But I'm missing out.
yeah,
next
because
week.
we're going to be in the kitchen making a beautiful velvet chocolate tart, which
No,
can
it was
be
my idea
chilled.
to cook this, and then I ended up not being here, which is very disappointing.
So we're going to chill that and show you how to make this beautiful velvet chocolate mousse, which is a recipe that I've had for years and years and years. It's a little chocolate mousse recipe that is just like velvet and smooth, and it's fantastic in a chilled chocolate tart. So perfect for Christmas Day. Do ahead recipe. So we will see you next week. Thanks
See
for
you.
watching.
Bye.